Welcome back to this latest episode of Mike on Mortgages. I'm Mike Eash, your host and a licensed mortgage expert. Today we're going to be talking about
the basic process. The process begins with a pre-approval if you're buying. If you're refinancing, the basics are the same. I'll talk from the standpoint of purchasing since there are a few extra things, like a pre-approval. I'll ask you some questions about your assets, income, credit, and what your goals are. Ultimately, we'll figure out if and what you qualify to purchase or refinance, whatever the case may be. Once you have your pre-approval, and if you aren't planning to make an offer in less than a week, we will work to enhance that pre-approval into what we call a TBD approval. The home is TBD. Everything else has already gone through underwriting. The bottom line is, the more of your documents you get to me sooner rather than later, the better things will be. Now you're shopping for a home. Keep in touch. If you find something you like, text me the address. I'll run the numbers, including the taxes, from public records and insurance, and make sure your payment is what you expect. All right, now you've found the one you want and are ready to make an offer. Once again, time to call me. I'll make sure that your realtor knows everything they need to know about how your loan impacts the offer. When your offer is accepted, we will officially do an application. You might see the word application on earlier documents, but technically it's not an application until there is a property involved. Once you have signed all the documents, which will be done electronically, we can order the appraisal. We will time it so that you have had a chance to complete your private inspection before the appraiser shows up, so that you don't end up paying for an appraisal if the inspection turns up something that is a deal breaker. It happens. Now, we are working on stuff and you are signing stuff and turning in more stuff that the underwriters need. This won't be much if we got the bulk of it up front during the pre-approval stage. The official step is called the conditional approval. It means the underwriter has reviewed the initial file that we turned in. You're approved, but there are a few conditions, which you and I will work on. Now let's assume the underwriter is happy with everything you've turned in and the appraisal came back at the value needed with no repairs. Now we can issue what's called the clear to close. By this time, this is everybody's favorite phrase. It means we can send out the document called the closing disclosure. This document officially allows the 3-day regulatory clock to start ticking before you can close. Then we go to work with the title company to get your closing documents ready for that day when you will sit down and sign and sign and sign some more and get the keys. One final point, if this was a refinance, there's a slight difference. There's a 3-day rescission period after closing where you can change your mind. So no funds change hands until 3 days later. And that's the basic process.
Thanks for watching. Check out the rest of the videos in the series, and if you need anything individually, please reach out. I would love to be your mortgage expert.